So we're gonna start off with like everybody lined up in the back. The idea is this. So imagine, and since we're gonna do it against the wall, imagine that you're standing against the wall, right? So your back is against the wall. Imagine there's a wall behind you. And I'm gonna ask you to take one step away from the wall. Now, I don't want you to think of it as a tango step. Just a normal human being walking away from a wall. If I told you that the wall that you're standing against is wet paint, right? I want you to walk away from that wall, okay? And walk away from that wall. Good. Now imagine again, the wall is right behind you. With the other foot, I want you to step forward. Again, walk away from the wall. One more time, with the other foot, walk away from the wall. And again, walk away from the wall. Okay, so here's my question. Can we all back up? Did you think about toe first? Did you think about doing that? Did you think about like, I have to go down first and do that? No. This is exactly what, to us, what tango walk is. It's not stylistic, like I have to go like this, step, yeah? Because what you did was, in order to move, you created intention. You created power to just go. Leaders, huh?
Power because the wall's flat.
Yeah, right.
You have to go. So you're not thinking of...
You're gonna smear it all down your
Right.
back, right?
Yeah. So when I'm walking forward, when I walk forward as a leader, I'm not going like... I'm just going. I imagine that there's a wall behind me that's wet, and I just walk away. Wall behind me, and I just walk away. I don't need to create any other signal. And somebody, every time we teach this, somebody asks, so what's the lead then for the wall? Just the fact that you think the wall is wet, you start pushing, the moment you start igniting your body, that is the lead. And the follower is going to feel that. And we're going to work that shortly. Okay, so we're going to go again. We're going to walk the wall twice, actually 4 times. And if you notice too, when you do it, your heel activates as much as the ball of your foot. Okay, so again, back against the wall, and we're going to walk forward. Walk. Again, walk. Again, walk. Push away from the wall. Again. And one more time. Excellent. Now we're going to go backwards. So imagine now you're facing the wall. The wall's right here, and it's wet paint. I want you to take one step away from the wall. Okay, ready? And walk. Again, walk. Again. And again, walk. One more time. So how many of you did this to walk backwards? Because if that was a wet paint, what would you do if you did? You just smeared yourself, right? It also, it's the same effect. You are creating power to walk backwards. See, it's power to walk backwards. Yeah? So when you're walking backwards, leaders or follower, you don't have to like do the lunging thing. The lunging thing actually doesn't make sense as much in modern tango as it is in old tango. In modern tango, the women are more trained. They understand their bodies more. The old way of doing tango was that we had to go down to give her a cue that we're about to step, because back then they never went to classes. You have to understand this. The women never went to classes in the old days. The men went to practicas and learned. They just showed up at the milongas, and then they had to learn on the fly at the milongas. So for me, having a partner who doesn't know how to dance and never got trained, I have to make louder leads. So we're going to step. We're going to step. I had to do that. But that's not the women that we're dealing with now. They go to classes. They're more athletic. now. So this is more clear, okay? So we're gonna do 4 steps forward and 4 steps back. What I would like to see is a little bit more like the posture is more up and it's walking like this versus, yeah. Telltale sign, I know you're doing the lunge. Telltale sign, watch my knee. You see that? What happens in the beginning of the step? Okay, same backwards. Watch what happens to the step. This is telltale sign, I know you're lunging. Watch how we do it. We're gonna do this very slow.
You see my knee is not locked. It's not locked either. Don't want to do that either. But it's not lunging either. It's just it's a little bit soft. But I'm pushing through the heel.
And the only way to do it is to use the heel. Okay? So 4 steps forward, 4 steps back. Okay? That's the solo practice. And 4 steps forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps back. Push the heel. Use the heel. Use the heel. Again, on the forward, use the heel to push. Push to the heel. There you go. That's it. That's it. One back. 4. Push the heel. Use the heel. Good. Good. That's it. You can practice this by yourself. Just the idea of like going with your heel. You can practice against your wall. You don't have to have a big space to practice this. Go against the wall and push. It's the same. If you see this action, you'll feel that your butt starts to stick to the back. Yeah? You don't want to do that. You just want to leave everything at once. Same with the follower on the back. Everything at once. You can try it with your side too, so it's not everything at once. Does that make sense? And again, the way you know that it works or that it's right is that if you feel that your heel is activating to push the floor versus the ball of your foot. Okay? We're going to make this even more clear with the partner. So this now we're going to the partner. We call this compression walking. Okay? We're going to do 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, and she's going to compress, meaning that I want her to kind of slow me down. I want to feel that there's something to move. You hear that, followers? Mm-hmm. So you know we're going that way, but I want you to slow down your leader a little bit. The only way to do that correctly, leaders and followers, is that she's slowing me down because she's pushing her heel into the floor. She's not just using her upper body.
The whole thing, yeah.
She's using her whole foot. Her leg here, her standing leg, is digging in. And then in order for me to move her, I have to dig in with my heel to move her. And again, I have to dig into my heel and she's digging into her heel. She's giving the compression. Watch carefully the compression though. Watch her embrace. Watch her embrace. Does it change shape? This is not compression. Watch this. See that? It's not this either. It's just that. So followers, watch her posture now. Watch her back when she does compression. Does it fold back? It stays the same position. Yeah? Leaders, when I push the compression, do I lunge? Do I bow? Do I lunge? I'm using my heel and my back muscles to do it, not my pectoral muscles, not my shoulders, and definitely not my arms. Yeah? So she's resisting me to go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Her resistance is using the palms of her hand. Now she's going to resist me on the way back. 4 steps back. She's gonna use her fingers, and then she's also gonna dig in with her heel, and I'm gonna have to pull 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? I have to pull her back with my stepping leg. I have to push back to do it. Cedars is not this. And it's definitely not this. You just got, imagine the wall is in front of you. Imagine the wall is in front of me, and I'm just gonna walk back. And it works every single time. Okay? So you're gonna practice. We're gonna do swimming leg.